I'm Monica Morrissey, and this book proposal is for Once Upon a Dime. Heaven is talking to us. Do you know how to listen? When proof of the afterlife activates the secret signs from the universe. I want everyone to be able to experience a sign from their loved one. I wrote 2 other books about my story about how dimes were important to me. 2 weeks after my father passed away, I found a dime on top of a mountain that I used to climb in the exact spot that I used to call him when I got to the top. Now, a dime might not seem like a big deal, but this was a moment in my life that changed me forever. My dad had given me a dime necklace, a Liberty head dime from the early 1900s. And that dime, the last conversation that I had with him was, a dime is just a dime until it's a dime from your dad. And then it's a dime. And I just really felt like this was him communicating to me. The readers enjoyed my first 2 books, but they wanted to know more. They wanted to know how I was able to do this myself without going to see a medium. So I'm going to give them all the tools that they need to know. And some of those tools are things that you wouldn't necessarily think about. I'm going to give tools about the stages of grief. I'm going to give tools about how to understand your intuition versus your ego. I give tools about how our subconscious mind works and our conscious mind works. And I use brain science to show how our brains are programmed to look for fearful events. I also do a chapter about suicide and what that's like and how that brain information relates to people who have committed suicide so that we can understand more of what was going on. I give information about the chakras system. I give information about what I like to say are spiritual senses. So we all have 5 physical senses. They're sight, smell, hearing, right? But we also have those in the spiritual world. Clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, all of those things that people aren't as in tune with. I give them the information that they need to be able to use their own abilities. I also give the steps to receiving a message from heaven, and then I test it. At the end of the book, I test it. And I test it 2 ways. I test it with connecting with someone in heaven, and then I test it again with just something that I manifest. It's just a crazy story. It's about spider plants. So I love to tell stories, and I love to use analogies in my stories. So I also, at the end, you understand how important your thoughts are, which we all know Louise Hay was a big proponent of that. So while they're busy listening to the stories, they also are getting this information and are just wowed by the information. And then they start applying it to their life, which I just absolutely love. So I hope that you've enjoyed hearing about this, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.